If you like this video, please click on the like button. Comment with the names of the movies you would like us to cover next. Click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified of our latest creations. We cover 100 movies from around the world every day. To advertise with our channel, reach out to us. Our contact information is on our channel page. Now, let's move to the plot of this movie.
In 1970, 11-year-old Margaret Simon is informed by her parents Barbara and Herb and paternal grandmother, Sylvia, that the family of 3 is moving from New York City to a New Jersey suburb. As Herb has received a promotion, Margaret is upset about moving away from her friends and Sylvia. She soon begins to communicate with God about her concerns, anxieties, and hopes. Upon moving to New Jersey, Margaret is quickly befriended by her neighbor and soon-to-be classmate Nancy Wheeler. She welcomes her into her friend group that also consists of 2 other girls, Gretchen Potter and Janie Loomis. At the beginning of the school year, Margaret's teacher, Mr. Benedict, gives the class a year-long research assignment. When he learns Margaret dislikes religious holidays, she explains that since her mother is a Christian and her father is Jewish, her family does not observe the holidays and has left it up to Margaret to decide on her own religious identity as she grows older. Prompted by her school assignment, Margaret asks her mother why she has never met her maternal grandparents. Barbara reveals that she is estranged from her devoutly Christian parents Paul and Mary, who disowned her upon her marriage to a Jewish man. On a weekend visit to New York City, Margaret asks Sylvia to take her to temple, which Sylvia gladly does. Meanwhile, Barbara attempts to fit in with the PTA and signs up for multiple committees, which draws her away from her hobby of painting and teaching art. Margaret and her new friends anticipate the milestones of puberty, such as wearing a bra and having their first kisses. At classmate Norman Fisher's birthday party, Margaret enjoys her first kiss with Philip Leroy, a popular boy in her class, during a game of Spin the Bottle. She also attends respective church masses with Janie and Nancy. After viewing a video about menstruation at school, the girls become excited about starting their periods. Margaret grows impatient when other girls get their periods before her, including Gretchen and Nancy. One night while out with Nancy and her family in New York City, Margaret learns Nancy lied about getting her period earlier when she actually does get her period. At school, Margaret is assigned a group project with Laura Danker, a classmate who is ostracized by her peers, including Nancy, for being taller and more developed. While working together in the library, Margaret brings up rumors about Laura letting boys feel her up, upsetting her and causing her to storm out. Margaret feels guilty for shaming her, while questioning her friendship with Nancy. For spring break, Margaret wants to visit Sylvia while she is vacationing in Florida. But these plans are interrupted when Paul and Mary reach out to Barbara and say they want to visit and meet Margaret. Upon learning of the cancellation, Sylvia decides to show up at the Simon house with a friend from Florida on the same day of Paul and Mary's visit. After dinner, when Paul and Mary question Margaret about possibly attending Sunday school, Sylvia retorts that Margaret went to temple with her and has already chosen to become Jewish, sparking an argument between the parents and grandparents. Margaret yells at the adults, proclaiming that she does not care about religion and does not even believe in God. Margaret hands in her research paper to Mr. Benedict, wherein she expresses her disillusionment with religion. Soon, she reconciles with her parents and Sylvia. At the end of the school year, Margaret thanks Mr. Benedict for being a good teacher. She also befriends Laura and asks her to dance, with Janie joining them shortly afterwards. Barbara, who has since returned to teaching painting, tells Nancy's mother Jan, the PTA president, that she will no longer volunteer for PTA committees. Before leaving for summer camp, Margaret talks to Nancy's older brother Evan's friend Moose Freed, a neighborhood boy who mows her family's lawn and whom Margaret has a crush on. And the two agree to spend time together when she returns. At home, she discovers her first period has arrived and excitedly tells her mother, who is thrilled for her. Margaret then resumes her communication with God.